Today I'm going to be reviewing this Thermos travel mug that I recently purchased off of Amazon. This one is designed to be vacuum insulated, double wall, stainless steel, and then it also says that it stays hot for 7 hours and then it keeps items cold for 18 hours. Now it also says it has a beat the leak lid, but I'm not exactly sure what that means. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put water inside of this. I'm going to test out the leak, and then I'm also going to test out how well it actually keeps the liquids heated. So I'm going to fill this full of hot water, and then I'm going to put it inside of the fridge for 1 hour, and then come back after an hour and see how hot all of this water stays. So first of all, let me put water inside of here, and we'll do that leak test. Now right here on the top, it does say close and open. So I've got it on open now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just kind of show you that I actually did put water inside of there. So you can see the water pouring out of there, even at about halfway. So still has plenty of water in here. Now I'm going to turn it to close, and we're going to see if we have any leaks. So I'm just turning it upside down. Oh, I'm even shaking off that plastic part there. And I am not seeing any water at all come out of here. Beyond that original water where I changed it from open to close, there's no additional water that is coming out. And again, there's still plenty of water in here. I just turned it back to open. And just to kind of show you, there's still plenty of water inside of here. Turn it back to closed, shake it. And again, I don't have any water coming out, despite the fact that it is still very full of water. So leak-wise, it does very well. You could turn it over on its side, entirely upside down, and your coffee, your tea, whatever you have inside is not going to come out. Now, the next thing I want to test is actually how well it keeps liquids warm. So assuming you're using this for coffee or for tea or for some other hot liquid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take water, I'm going to warm it up, and then I'm going to put it inside of here. I'm going to test it out, what the starting temperature is using this digital thermometer, and then I'm going to take and put it into the fridge for an hour. And then after an hour at 30 to 35 degrees, I'm going to take and measure the temperature again. So let me go ahead and grab that. So I warmed up the water, got it inside of this thermos. Now this is going to fit about a coffee cup and a half or so inside of it. So just so you know what the ounces on it equates to, it's going to be about a coffee cup and a half or so. I've got the digital thermometer here. So first of all, I'm going to test out what the temperature is now. And you can see here our temperature is going to be 134.8. Looks like what we're going to top out at here on this water temperature, maybe 135. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the lid fully on. I'm gonna leave it on close, assuming you're going to have it closed when you are not drinking it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it inside of the fridge. Now I actually put too much water in here, so that is something to keep in mind. Since this is gonna go down quite a ways, you wanna make sure you don't put the water too high as I did, and so I'm kind of making a mess here. I actually put the water up a good amount, and so I'm squishing it all over the place. So it doesn't actually have a spot where it shows where the water should go to, but probably shouldn't go any higher than there when you're filling it up yourself. But I've got that filled up. Now let me go ahead and put it in the fridge. So I got it here in the fridge. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it in the fridge for about an hour. I'm gonna set a timer here on my phone, set it for an hour, and then we'll come back and see what the actual temperature of the water inside of here is at after 1 hour. So this thermos has been in the fridge for 1 hour at this point. I've got the same digital thermometer that I'm gonna be using here. It was 134.8. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what the temperature dropped in an hour. So I'm gonna make sure not to touch the sides as that could mess it up. And looks like we're at 127.4, 0.6, 128 there. Yeah, kind of fluctuating a little bit there, 127. So we dropped about 7 degrees inside of this thermos over the course of an hour. Now the branding on this did say it was gonna keep things hot for 7 hours. Dropping 13 degrees over the course of an hour, I don't know what conditions they're testing that at. Maybe they're testing that at like a room temperature or something like that. But if you're taking this outside, if you're talking about dropping 7 degrees per hour, it's gonna drop into that warm range within maybe 3 or 4 hours actual time outside. You know, I'm talking 30 degrees around that freezing mark when it's the winter time or maybe the early spring and you're outside and it's, you know, only in the 30s, maybe on a cold morning or something like that. You're only gonna get maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 hours out of this being actual hot. Before then, to me, it's going to be more like a warm or a lukewarmish. So definitely don't know what they tested for the 7 hours, but I did not see that 7 hours in regards to how quickly it dropped off after being in the fridge for 1 hour.